So for the communications end of semester presentation, we decided it would be interesting if we could each just share like 2 or 3 of our favorite projects that we worked on, stuff that we learned the most from, that we're most proud of. So I'll start off. And my favorite project this semester was working on Robin's Notable Knoll blog post. And we also did a press release for it that went out to different news sources all throughout Florida. And I really enjoyed this because in my communications classes, I've done a lot of blog writing, I've written some press releases, but this was the first time that I've done a professional blog or press release. So that was really exciting being able to put those skills to use in like an actual experience. And I feel that when I started out, I didn't necessarily know how well I would be able to write these things because it was my first time. And I gained a lot of confidence by the end of it. And now I know that I'm going to be able to successfully write blog posts and press releases in the future. And I also really enjoyed it because I was able to spotlight such an accomplishment of Robin's. It was really exciting time for Voices for Florida. And so I really enjoyed that. Oh, and this is just an example of what the blog post looked like. And then next up, I really enjoyed doing the action alerts, which is kind of like a publication that we put out through the children's campaign. And these go out whenever there are some like just really important issues that the children's campaign wants to ask its followers to take action for. So some examples that we have here are early voting, and then this is what that email would look like. And then this is a campaign that we had, the Me+3 campaign, and it was kind of just asking each of our followers to get their friends to go out and vote. And so through each of these action alerts, they are very time sensitive and they're about important issues. So it's really fun to feel like I'm doing something important that is very meaningful and it's going to like positively affect children in the state of Florida. And then next up, Holly wasn't able to be here because she has a class conflict, but she was able to do a video recording. So that's what this next slide is going to be.
Hi, I'm Holly. I haven't had a chance to make it to the weekly meetings this semester because I have a class conflict, but Sarah and Tiffany thought it might be good if I could video my portion of the presentation for today's meeting. So I have a few slides in our presentation that are a few of my favorite assignments that I've done so far. So the first one is the Me+3 campaign, which was my first assignment that I was given when I was starting this semester. It was a social media campaign with the goal of having people invite 3 of your friends to vote. And with this, I got to be creative with the graphics that we did and just kind of use some of my own ideas, which was really cool. I really was pretty proud of the graphic that started off with one person and it kind of showed more people adding on, showing how quickly the Me+3 could spread if people were asking 3 of their friends. It also was pretty cool that the main graphic that I started ended up being turned into a paid ad for the children's campaign when it came closer to the election. That was really cool. The next one I wanted to talk about was the online sex trafficking recruitment campaign for Voices for Florida. This was more of a recent campaign that I worked on, but it gave me the opportunity to do my own research and learn more about sex trafficking and picking out the information that I thought would be best for our followers on our pages. I ended up finding a really cool document from Shared Hope International and made some carousel graphics that were did pretty well on our social media platforms. And the last assignment I wanted to talk about is the current. This is one of my weekly assignments where I choose all of the most important news articles from the past week, and we put it all together in our weekly publication that goes to those who are subscribed and to all of the children's campaign staff. And this is just a really cool way to stay informed with news and also picking out what does best with those who are subscribed. And those are my 3 big assignments that I've enjoyed working on so far. It's been such a great semester. And Hope everyone has a happy holidays.
Okay, so this is the Me+3 campaign that she was talking about. These are just some examples of graphics that we posted on social media and also the ad for Facebook. This is an example of one of the graphics that was used for the sex trafficking recruitment campaign, just explaining some stuff about that, informative. And then she also works on the current every week, and so this is just what that is. And next up we have Heaven.
Hey, hello everybody. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. So my first campaign that I worked on was the anti-bullying campaign, and that was of course like my first project that I got with TCC. So that just consisted of me spreading awareness around anti-bullying month, which is in October. So I made 4 graphics. These are 3 of the 4 graphics. So I just made them and we posted them on, I think, Facebook and Instagram. We posted them on Facebook and Instagram. So I really like these graphics, especially because it's like my first. So it took like, like some trial and error, But yeah. And then the next project. So, and then like the other project that I worked on, which is not really a project, it's like a assignment for every week that I work. I do it like Monday, Wednesday, Monday and Friday. I post on like social media, and I really enjoy like campaigns and looking at analytics that we have in our comm meetings. So it's like seeing like how much did this post reach, or how many people it reached. Even like if you don't see the likes, usually we only see likes when we have our own personal social medias, but seeing how many people it just reached or how many people it saw, like I really found that interesting. So, and I also like that I got to like spread awareness around like the topics that we want to promote or get more information out about. So yeah.
Hi everyone, these are my favorite projects. The first one was my favorite social media campaign, which was the hashtag #IVoteForKids. And the reason I liked this so much was because I got to take it from literally a blank Google Doc of just brainstorming all the way to seeing it posted. And so I got to brainstorm hashtag ideas and post ideas. And since we knew that it was going to be basically from the beginning of the semester all the way to the election, we had to think of a lot. And so that's what I really liked about it. And then I also just got to do research that I was passionate about. It was really interesting to think of ways to take this information and make it into a post that was not only like just looked good, but was easy to consume for a lot of people. So like registering to vote and voting by mail and stuff like that. And then my favorite written work was the first blog I did, which was about virtual internships during COVID. I like this a lot because I'd never really written in someone else's perspective before. So I got to interview Tori and talk to her about her experiences, and then just kind of pretend that I was her while I was writing it. And like Sarah said, I didn't know how well I was going to do with this, but I think it turned out pretty good. And I was surprised at like how satisfying it was to see the final product posted.